Tim.
We have Tim. And all in a row here. We're having a great time this morning. Addie Daddio in California. Addie.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, that sounds sultry. Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Like to go out to the Cars bar tonight, too?
Oh, was that it?
That's the dog's trying to make me see.
Oh, that's very romantic. Okay. Outstaged by a dog again. All righty. Addie, we do have a gentleman, and if you'd like to hang on and maybe ask some questions, he is from New York. He's a New York actor. His name is Marty Garrett, and he'll be appearing in a comedy called 79 Parts later in the year. It's a movie. Could you hang on and maybe you two could have a little kibitzing?
A little kibitz is nice.
Thanks, Addie.
It's Marty Garrett.
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
Good morning, Marty. How are you, sir? Thank you for coming on. This is Jim.
Jim, all the best, always.
All the best, Marty. Yo, what a guy. We have Addie Daddio, too. She came on a little late because she's got the flu. She's a California actress friend of mine. And I thought we'd just maybe mix it up with you two a little bit and talk Hollywood and film and all of that. Marty is a great guy. I really like this guy. This guy is on the move. Mitch, his publicist, is one of the greatest guys I've talked to in a long time. And you have a new movie that's being produced called 79 Parts, coming out later this year. And the film follows a law student who is in haste to pay his student loan, borrows money from the wrong people, and he has to marry someone's Italian girlfriend to pay off the debts. Now that sounds very interesting. Can you give us a little critique on that?
Okay, well, obviously, Ari TAUB, the director, has set in motion a really interesting movie. It has several parts to it. We have Eric Roberts and Tony Lobianco, two veteran actors who have tremendous presence, and their presence is felt throughout the movie. Also, as indicated in your advertisement, it mentioned Catherine Narducci. You may remember Catherine from The Bronx Tale and
Yes.
Charming Hugo from The Sopranos. She plays a role as well, and obviously Sandra Bernhard as well. We have an interesting cast. There's a lot of different storylines. It's set in the late 70s, so you'll see some Puckapoo shirts and interesting attire inside the movie. And it makes, for people that were around in that era, it's a tremendous kick that they get out of that.
Now, what was the catalyst for this movie? What brought it all together? Because it sounds like it's going to be really fascinating, and I'll be the first in line to see it.
Oh, great. Well, this is Ari. Ari's hatched this out, and he's been working on this for several years. He's probably, of all the directors I work with, he's probably one of the best in terms of working with people and finding out more about them other than acting. He really cares about his actors, and that's something that's appreciated amongst the cast. He also has a very genius mind about storylines and the way he cultivates them, and I'm very excited about when the movie comes out as well.
What other movies has he done? It's TAUB, right?
That's correct. He also did a movie called Red Herring. He's done a few other movies as well. My publicist put me in touch with him. And obviously that's where my role came in. I'm known as the Penguin in the movie.
Does it sound gangsterish or not?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah,
great. I love gangster movies.
Yeah, we have Phil Carluccio from The Sopranos also. He's also in a movie. He has an interesting role. He's walking around. He's wreaking havoc. It's pretty funny. I think you'd appreciate that when you see him, in the movie when it comes out.
Yes, I know I would appreciate. I like movies of that genre. That's really, really good. The Penguin. Now, tell me about the Penguin. What kind of a character is the Penguin?
The Penguin. Well, the reason it's derived from the Penguin is I'm known as kind of a colorful character in many circles. The Penguin makes penguin noises. Like during the last scene train. I'm driving out. I'm going whack, whack, whack.
I love
and we had a lot of that. So, it was defined as the penguin. It was really funny when I did that. I gotta say, I had to stop from laughing during this.
That is funny. That is funny stuff. What have you done, or what other projects do you have underway?
I did the trailer for World Trade Center 2 with Forrest Whitaker. I'm hoping that gets picked up. I will find about that in the coming months. And obviously, we're looking at all sorts of other things. Mitch keeps me busy. He has all sorts of things on his plate, and he keeps me hopping. So I find out about these things, and we discuss them, and we take it project by project.
And the 79 Parts is with Eric Roberts. That's Julia's brother, right?
That is correct. Also, you might remember him from Pope of Greenwich Village.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, that was a great movie.
Oh, yeah. Charlie, they took my thumb. Who can ever forget that? I mean, that's a classic.
Do you love acting?
I think it's a tremendous way to go about life. It just, you put yourself in somebody else's shoes, and you derive tremendous satisfaction from that.
Marty, we have Addie Daddio on the line. She's an LA actress, so I think she probably would agree with you, right, Addie?
I might agree with that.
You might agree with that. I want you.
I might agree. I might agree with that. Good morning, Marty.
Good morning. A little early out in LA. You're out in LA?
Yeah, it's definitely a little early. It's even earlier because I sadly have the flu, so it was even a little harder. Ali actually directed a great short film called The Fallen. It was a movie about during World War II. I remember seeing that at a film festival, and I think he won some festival awards for that, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I think you're right. It's coming back to me. You're right.
Yeah, Ari, and one of the other things that I love about Ari is that he and I share the same birthday, and we're both born and raised in New York City.
Oh my God. What is that date? So we can...
It's because he's a Libra. That's why I loved when Marty said that, it's really true what you say, Marty. When you have a director who not only believes in their task, but also knows how to nurture and encourage and bring out your absolute best performance, and especially in film, because it's ever so different than working in the theater. It's an absolute gift when you have someone that's like that. So I certainly heard when you said that about Ari.
Yes, Ari's got that reputation, and he lived up to it every moment I was on the set.
I guess there's directors that aren't like that too, right? I mean, there must be some.
Yeah, a lot of times film is, it's the business of show. They don't call it show business for nothing. It's the business of show. Time is money, and you can't. You have a certain budget. Even if it's $1 million. $1 million budget to a giant film or small budget film. You've got to make your days. You've got to make your time.